Alright, so I wanted to go ahead and do a demonstration of the Volt 276. I just got this in from Sweetwater, and this is how it sounds. I'm going to try different microphones because, in my opinion, on different microphones, each of these settings sound quite different, and some are more flattering than others, and some are not in different modes. So right now, this is raw audio from the MKH 416. Now, I do want to let you know something really quick. If you do buy this, just keep note that because this drove me crazy, man. So check this here on the direct mode. You'll notice that it's blue here, but if you click on it, it's orange and clear and off. So that's stereo, mono, and off. Okay, so I'm on blue, so I can actually hear myself in both speakers. Okay, so this is the MKH 416. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and turn on the vintage mode. So this is how it sounds under the vintage mode. Microphone check, testing, 1, 2, 3. This is the vintage mode. Mic check, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try now the different compressor modes. So now this is the VOC mode. So this is how it sounds with the VOC mode. Microphone check, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to go switch to the next mode. This is the GTR mode, and this is how it sounds. Microphone check, this is the GTR mode. Mic check, testing, 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to switch off to the fast mode, and this is how it sounds. In my opinion, fast is pretty aggressive. I actually don't like it. It kind of sounds like turning on a high pass filter like 10 times. I don't like it. And then let's go and turn it off, and this is how it sounds. Again, now let's turn everything off again. This is how it is. Raw audio, mic check, testing, 1, 2, 3. Nothing's changed. Now at vintage mode, mic check, testing, 1, 2, 3. This is with vintage mode. And then again with VOC mode, mic check, testing, 1, 2, 3. And then now at GTR mode, this is how it sounds. Mic check, testing, 1, 2, 3. And then now at fast mode, mic check, testing, 1, 2, 3. And then now when it's off, mic check, testing, 1, 2, 3. We're now going to do a comparison to another microphone and to go from there. All right, so here is audio from the Shure KSM32. And this is how the audio sounds. Microphone check, testing, 1, 2, 3. Right now, there are no settings on. This is just basically how it's normally, just normal. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the vintage mode. So now this is the vintage mode. Microphone check, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3. This is the vintage mode on the Shure KSM32. Now what I'm going to do is turn on VOC mode. So this is VOC mode. Mic check, testing, 1, 2, 3. Now this is GTR mode. Microphone check, testing, 1, 2, 3. Now this is fast mode. Oh my God, it's so unpleasant. I don't like fast mode. Fast mode, mic check, testing, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to turn it off now and turn all of it off. So now there's nothing on here. What's really kind of cool about this is right now you'll see, I don't know if you can see the charts, it's red, but watch, I'm going to get really loud. So, really loud, right? So I'm clipping there. You can see the red, right? But if I go under VOC mode and I go really loud, then you'll see I don't clip. So that's kind of cool. You don't clip basically under the compression settings. But let me just go ahead and set this to VOC with vintage mode. And this is how it sounds. Microphone check, testing, 1, 2, 3. Now GTR mode, mic check, testing, 1, 2, 3. Fast mode, mic check, testing, 1, 2, 3. Off, and this is how it sounds. And yeah, this is the Shure KSM32. Mic check, testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, so this is the Shure SM7B. And as you can see, the volume is pretty low, but I'm going to crank up the volume a little bit. So now I'm going to be on max. And this is how the audio sounds with the Shure SM7B. And right now, this is with the vintage mode on. And let me turn off the vintage mode, and this is how it sounds. Basically, there's no vintage mode. No mode is on right now, and this is how it sounds. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on vintage mode. So this is how it sounds. Mic check, testing, 1, 2, 3. This is with the vintage mode on. And now what I'm going to do is turn on the compressor. So this is the VOC mode. What I noticed off the bat is when you turn on the VOC mode, it actually cranks up the volume quite a bit. So the volume is much louder with the Shure SM7B and the VOC mode. And I also noticed, another thing I noticed too is like when I yell, it doesn't actually clip. So that's kind of cool. So mic check, testing. See, you look here. That didn't, there's no red on the, I guess you can't see it, but it's not clipping. Okay, now I'm going to go from VOC mode to GTR mode, and this is how it sounds. Microphone check, testing, 1, 2, 3. This is the Shure SM7B with the vintage mode on, and this is how it sounds. Mic check, testing, 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to turn on the fast mode. I don't like the fast mode on pretty much any of these microphones. It's probably not meant for vocals, but this is how it sounds. Mic check, testing, 1, 2, 3. And now I'll turn it off, and this is just with the vintage mode on. And this is how the audio sounds. Can this run without a cloud lifter? I think so. As long as, because I noticed that when you turn on the compressor modes, like VOC mode, it gets pretty loud. Like this is a pretty good amount, like like actually not too bad. Like regular speech volume, I'm getting pretty healthy waves on when I'm looking at the graph. So yeah, this is the Shure SM7B, and this is how it sounds. Microphone check, testing 1 2 3. Just really quickly, let's run through it again one more time. I'm gonna turn everything off. So everything is off now. Everything is off. So this is with the vintage mode. Mic check, testing 1 2 3. This is with the vintage mode on. This is now with a compressor with VOC setting. So this is with the VOC setting. Mic check, testing 1 2 3. This is now with the GTR mode. Mic check, testing 1 2 3. And this is with the fast mode on, and that's the fast mode. And now I'm going to click off, and this is how it sounds. Mic check, testing 1 2 3. This is the Neumann TLM 103, microphone check, testing 1 2 3, and this is how the audio sounds. Mic check, testing 1 2 3. All right, so right now none of the settings are on, and this is about one hang loose away from my mouth. I'm going to turn on the vintage mode. So microphone check. Oh my God, I can hear it. I can actually hear it on the Neumann. It kind of has a I like it. Okay, so microphone check, testing 1 2 3. Let me crank up the volume a little bit since oh no, actually no, that's okay. And what I'm going to do now is turn on the compressor. So this is now with the VOC, microphone check, testing. Okay, it sounds okay. All right, mic check. Some of the compressor modes on different microphones don't sound good, but on the VOC mode on the Neumann TLM 103, at least through my headphones, it sounds okay. So that's how it sounds. Now it's the GTR mode, microphone check, testing 1 2 3. I hear a little bit of distortion, but when I look at the graphs, it's not actually clipping, but I hear a little bit of distortion. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch to the fast mode. Mic check, testing 1 2 3. Oh, I do not like the fast mode. The fast mode really sucks. I hate it, but that's the fast mode. And now let's go ahead and turn it off. Let's go ahead and circle back. So let's turn everything off again. All right, so this is how it sounds. Mic check, testing 1 2 3. All right, and now this is the vintage mode. Okay. I like the vintage mode. I think it sounds really good with this microphone. Really natural sounding. But now let's go ahead and try the other modes. This is the VOC mode. Mic check, testing 1 2 3. This is the VOC mode. Mic check. This is the GTR mode. Mic check, testing 1 2 3. Mic check, testing 1 2 3. This is the fast mode. Mic check, testing 1 2 3. And this is when it's all off. And now let's go ahead and enable the vintage mode. Mic check, testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.